Hey guys, my name is Andre Garcia. I'm an online entrepreneur. I put together like different reviews for different products, and Amazon asked me to put something together for the Audible as a gift. Okay, I'm sure you know what Audible is. It's a platform in which they have just every imaginable audiobook out there, and it's sold on a per audiobook or subscription basis, and they think that it's a great gift to give, and you know what, I agree. So in this video I just want to share with you my journey through Audible. And we're gonna look at some of the audiobooks that I've listened to. In total, I have listened to over 300 audiobooks. I am addicted to these things. They have really impacted every area of my life. Really, even to what I'm doing right now, putting together this video, because I used to be terrified of doing this and putting myself out there, and what if I lose money and all this stuff, and it was really a big struggle. I studied for a very long time before I could confidently sort of just put something together, and a lot of me sort of living my dream now is in thanks to Audible and the things that I've learned. So if you're looking for a great gift to give someone, something that will profoundly impact them for the rest of their lives, Audible is just here. Let's look at my account here. Okay, so this is like, by the way, I have multiple Audible accounts. You're not really supposed to do that. It's an Amazon company now, so just have your one account. But I mean, I have like four Audible accounts. Okay, this is the main one, the only one that I use now. I do not use the other ones. If I could remember the email addresses, I would shut them down because it's against the rules. But so we'll just look at this one account that I have here. I reopened this back. Oh man, I don't remember when it was. 12, 13, 14, something like that. And I was in sales at the time, so I was looking for a way to like get a little bit better at sales. So I listened to this Maximum Influence book. It was okay. It was okay. I didn't really learn too much anything. At that time, also, I was struggling with my temper inside of the office with management. Okay, so I was looking for a way to improve my angry outburst at managers, because that costs that gets you fired, or not good stuff happens. So I tried to get better about that. I was also very entrepreneurial. So how do I raise money if I wanted to like start a technology company of some sort? I researched that, and also at that time I was really struggling with my ego. You know, um, the car business can be a very sort of a narcissistic place, and that you gotta be good in your soul. You have to be good in your soul. Um, a new earth. I mean, I can't. These 5 stars completely worth it. Even if you just give them the gift of a new earth, it could profoundly somebody who sits down and listens to it. It's a book that's very difficult to ignore. And the lessons that I've learned have made me happier. I don't completely apply 100% of everything into my life. I allow myself ambition. But still to this day, if I find myself stressed and things like that, I'll listen to it and I always feel better. Then some books on talking to girls. I found myself getting anxious around women. So I listened to a few books and it really helped. It just, I mean, it just did. It did. It helped me. And so with girls, think kids in adolescence, 16, 17 years old, really struggling with that side of life. I've actually also used it as a parent, because when it came to me and my son, the most important part was that he was good mentally. I know that throughout my life, especially in college, I struggled and I got really depressed in college. I really did. And I struggled and I didn't want that for him. So that's a conversation that we had often. And of course, everything that's happening in the news and all these, school shootings. And for a while, kids were eating Tide Pods, like all this like crazy stuff. I'm like, there was one for a while, kids were drinking gasoline mixed with Mountain Dew because I don't know, it was made out of the corn and they thought they could drink it and kids were dying. It was like all this just crazy stuff. So I would sit down and I would talk to my kid like, kid, do me a favor. Don't be a crazy person, okay? Don't be a crazy person. Listen to an audiobook before you become anything. Like, just don't do, I don't know. And then he and I would sit down and listen to audiobooks while playing video games, because it's kind of hard to just like sit there and listen to a bunch of hours and listen to an audiobook. But while playing video games, because I love playing games anyways, we would play video games with the sound all the way down and blasting an audiobook so we could both hear it. And it was a great way to spend time together. Audiobooks, they can just really change your thinking on anything. It can help you close gaps in knowledge. If for anything that you want to accomplish, you just just ask yourself, what do I want to accomplish? What do I want to do? And you can start, just typing it into the search engine. Learn a little bit more about that subject. 4 hours, 5 hours. Not all these books are very long. There are some long ones. This is 10 hours. Oh yeah, a lot of self-help stuff. Okay, now we're getting pretty private here, but you know what? I don't mind. You know, this is you listen to what you want to listen to, and I listen to what I want to listen to. I love me some Grant Cardone too. The 10x rule, that's good stuff, and they have like 4 or 5 Grant Cardone's audiobooks. So if you have a salesman in the family, or if you have some kid that has no idea what he wants to do with his life, he seems like a freaking clown, doesn't have any direction, he doesn't like school, and he's just like sort of wasting his life. If you know a kid like that, give him some audiobooks to listen to. Maybe they'll light a fire under his ass. Go on a long trip. Like, hey, come on, let's go to Toronto or something like that. And you know what? Jump in your car. I don't care where you are in the country. Go to Toronto. It's a great town. Jump in your car, go on a long trip, and lay down an audiobook, like for something that you want that person to learn. And then like take them on a long trip and put on the audiobook. And it's an easy way to start the conversation. Look, if everybody listened to audiobooks when they had emotional pain, when they had psychological things, or intense anger or anything like that, procrastination, people that want to learn how to sell and sell online, if you want to get better at business, leverage buyouts, if you're struggling in life and you're looking if you want to become a millionaire, actually, that's what Grant preaches. Grant talks about like really high achievement and becoming a salesman or becoming a master at your craft. Get things done, because I struggle with procrastination. And my procrastination issues, I've been able to sort of figure them out after a while. But my procrastination issues are related to anxiety. So I've listened to a lot of books on anxiety and procrastination. This one was great. Flawless Consulting. For a while there, I was thinking that I wanted to sell services to small businesses, but you know what? I don't. I love being a salesman, but like the cold approach, it just doesn't. It doesn't sell. I need to read more audiobooks on anxiety because I suck at cold calling. So I'm doing things a different way. Now here with this video, real estate. I have my real estate license in both New York and Florida. I was thinking like, hey, maybe I want to get back into real estate and do retail. But I don't know. It's just, no, it's not what I want to do. More on procrastination, taking action. Because again, I struggle with anxiety. I overthink. I give in to my fears, and I have not been insanely productive. So listening to books more about my little bit of anxiety with women, just is what it is. Fear, getting through the storm. Yeah. Oh, this guy's amazing. If you listen to all this guy's books, you will be floating on a cloud. It's really amazing. 5 second rule. This one actually helped. Like you listen to enough of these audiobooks. And by the way, I do Uber Eats also. So I'm just able, the way that I've listened to, because like, look, these 300 audiobooks, let me restate that. I have listened to 300 audiobooks in the last like 18 months. 14, 15 months. I have listened to 300 audiobooks. And the way that I've been able to do that is because I do Uber Eats, just putting it more into context so you don't think I'm lying. I do Uber Eats, and I stopped being a salesman. I started working on my online business. I started doing Uber Eats. So I had 12 hours a day to fill. So for like 6 months there, I would just listen to audiobooks 12 hours a day. Different. Boom, 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 boom. And they were just like, I mean, it just completely reshaped my reality, and I am so grateful. So yes, look, as a gift, there is not a more impactful. I got a little Harry Potter in there, I've read every Harry Potter book, but I hadn't finished the last one. So I got it the other day. I'm 9 hours into it. It's a 21-hour book. It's crazy. But every now and then, if I just want to not think about anything, I'll put on some Harry Potter, or I fall asleep to it sometimes. That's pretty cool. This one now, these last few books, they have really it's been what has gotten me over the edge, and now I'm being real productive. And like, the final crux, emotional intelligence, I really needed it, because I've always been an intellectual. So, well, I mean, I consider myself whatever. Maybe I'm a dumbass, but I've considered myself, like, somewhat intelligent. So that's why it was so confusing to me that I would struggle so much in some of my businesses. And what the final answer, quote unquote, ended up being emotional intelligence. There's a big difference between being book smart and able to learn stuff, and then being able to apply those things effectively. And if you lack emotional intelligence, you will not be able to apply some of your ideas effectively. You're not going to be able to manage people as effectively because your emotions are sort of out of control. And that was really my big issue. I never saw myself as an emotional person, and it ends up that I am. I'm very passionate. I'm emotional. I get into the things that I'm doing, and I need to watch myself, because sometimes I allow my anxiety to get the best of me, and I start uh, communicating in an ineffective manner with people. So, look, Audible has been the number one reason why I sit in front of you a confident and grateful and truly happy person. Uh, it's been because of audiobooks that I've listened to on Audible, and of course other channels, but Audible was really where I started. Not only that, they have a great return policy. no, no, but they do. Look, if I listen to a book and it's crap, I'm gonna give it back and get something that I like. But they have a great return policy. They do. Don't abuse it, okay? It's very serious. So, anyways, look, if you're looking for a gift to give someone, this is, I would really strong recommend Audible. And it's just something that you could have a genuine impact on someone, instead of just giving them something that, like, whatever crap, and they're gonna forget about it. Help them change their life. Thank you.